Hey everyone, today I'm making Honkai Star Rail even harder by doing a Permadeath challenge. If a character dies in battle, they are gone, no exceptions. How far can I go with this rule? Let's find out. Here are the rules. 1. I am allowed to use Stell, Dang Heng, and March 7th. Since they're the first 3 core characters you get, you can't even start the game without them. After that, any free characters from events or story rewards are off limits, unless I pull a copy of them myself. 2. Once a character dies, they're permanently gone, even for non-story content. 3. No spending money, this is a strict free-to-play run. 4. If my whole team dies, it's game over, the challenge is done. 5. If a character goes down and gets revived, whether by an ability, item, or a story event, they're still dead, no second chances. Let's jump in and see how long I can survive. The first section of the game was easy, it was just the tutorial. I skipped through all the text, ignored every warning and tip, which I'd come to regret later. Even though I've played the game before, I didn't realize how much I'd forgotten. That said, I blasted through the first few battles with Steel, March 7th and Dan Hang. Honestly, I should probably thank Himeko. If it wasn't for her, or well, her drone thing, this challenge would have ended right here. My first 10 pull on the standard banner was amazing. I got Natasha, my favorite healer, who became a lifeline throughout the challenge. Then my second 10 pull, I got blessed by the Hoyoverse gods with my first 5 star. At first I was super disappointed when I saw who it was. Oh, let's see what I get. Oh no. Why? Didn't want you. I wanted Bronya. Hopefully I get another 5 star though. But that disappointment quickly turned into admiration once I saw Jeopard's abilities. Just like Natasha, he's become an essential part of my team. He's in every single one of my setups, even if the enemies don't have ice weakness. I was so excited when I saw Bronya in this event. Without a second thought, I clicked on her and claimed her. But I was so caught up in the excitement of getting Bronya that I momentarily forgot about the rules. I guess I can get Bronya as well. There we go. That works. Oh wait, I can't use it. The rules. No, I can't use her. I mean, not yet her. Definitely her. Oh damn. Well, that's a disappointment. I can't use her. I can only use characters I pull myself. My dreams of ever using Bronya, ever since I first started playing years ago, just got crushed. After my multiple 10 pulls and a bunch of free obtained characters that I can't use, trust me, I wrote them all down, I moved on with the tutorial. The Hertha space station invasion. Nothing too exciting there. We beat the big Void Ranger Trampler, and after a few more battles, it was time to face the Doomsday Beast. I won't lie, I was a little nervous, but with Jeopard's shields and Natasha's healing, it was pretty much a walk in the park. After the Doomsday Beast fight, I was able to do 3 more 10 pulls, and guess what? I actually pulled another Jeopard. That's insanely lucky, especially since I was just past the tutorial. By then, my Jeopard was already at E1. Let's see what I get. Oh, well, that's very fucking lucky, I guess. In my next two pulls, I got Serval and Asta, both characters I had already gotten for free at the beginning of the game, which made them unplayable. But now that I've pulled them myself, as per the rules say, I can finally use them. After arriving at Urilo 6, I tested my new team with Serval on board. I was feeling confident and unbeatable with Jeopard's shields and Natasha's healing. But then, after discovering this weird plant-looking thing, which Welt told me was called a calyx, I immediately got slapped in the face for feeling so confident. I had forgotten to level up Asta, and she got one-shot since she was still level 1, and so my first dead character was born. No matter what happens from now on, I am not allowed to use Asta. I was actually really disappointed to lose her here, as she was my only fire element character so far, and on my main account I never used Asta for anything. I was actually looking forward to using her in this challenge, but fate had other plans. Once I had wept and grieved over the loss of Asta, we made our way deeper into Eurilo 6, and would you know it, Jeopard's twin Jeopard was after us, and so we got in a fight. No, Jeopard turned on us. Oh, well, the twins are gonna fight now. Luckily though, we didn't have to fight Jeopard's twin to the death, as he realized that he couldn't win against my team, with Jeopard for the shields, Natasha for healing, and Stel and Serval attacking. Good thing I leveled up before this fight. This might have been a disaster if I hadn't leveled up. Why did you not? Okay. It was pretty much a one-sided fight. Okay, I will admit, just let me have this one. I know, I twisted the story around a bit to make it sound like I was confident and powerful, but after losing Asta moments ago, I was shitting bricks when I saw Jeopard. I thought to myself, this is it, I'm losing everyone, but no, this fight is not a whole boss fight, so it went well. Oh, okay, it's not the whole fight, just the... Several minutes later, after Jeopard's twin escorted us to Belobog, and we got betrayed by the Supreme Guardian, we ran into the Fragmentum Zone, and I was met with a very familiar sight, another Calyx. The pain, sting and fear from losing Asta in the first Calyx we discovered on this planet was still raw in my soul, so I didn't dare do it, even if my characters were well above the recommended level. I was afraid of losing another character to a Calyx, just like I lost Asta. After a few fights, Bronya caught up with us and wanted to spank us for running away, but we refused and got in a fight. The boss fight, although a bit longer and more complex than any of the previous fights and boss fights I've had thus far, was not too bad. I didn't come even close to losing anyone. My nerves were high, of course. I was in a Permadeath challenge after all. But I also knew that this was still early into the game, so they wouldn't throw too hard bosses at me. And once again, at that moment, I felt unstoppable, greedy for power and damage, something that made me drop my guard and I would regret later on dearly. After we got dragged into the underworld, I took some time to level up my characters, change their relics and do 2 10 pulls. My first 10 pull on the standard banner gave me Luca and March 7th. Too bad I don't use her anymore. Gepard's AoE shield is just better, plus he's tanky and already at E1, just like she is now. My second 10 pull gave me another 5-star, Wealth, and also this character, whose name I will not even try to pronounce. With 3 more characters under my belt, I leveled them up, and I was ready to see what the underworld has in store for me. Once I set out with my new team members into the underworld, it felt like a walk in the park, nothing stood a chance, and honestly, I was starting to feel like I should have made the challenge even harder, but I'd save that for the next video, where I will limit myself to only 10 characters I've pulled in this video. No switching, no replacing, once one of them is dead, I'm down to 9, and that's it. If I lose all 10, it's game over. With that said, we went to Rivet Town. And once again, nothing spectacular happened, just a mini boss at the end, which went down in a matter of a minute or two. Once we beat the mini boss in Rivet Town, I had accumulated enough Stellar Jade to do another 10 pull. I ended up getting Moze. Not too excited about him, to be honest. I personally don't like his design or his gameplay style, but hey, that's just personal preference. Don't take it the wrong way if you like him for yourself. After what felt like an eternity of backtracking and running around doing the main quest to get access to the furnace core, we finally got to settle things once and for all with that Tin Can Svarog. We saved Clara, his owner, or family, however you want to look at it, and she opened the gate to the furnace core. That's when Svarog lost his cool, and things took a turn for the worst. I had Natasha to heal and Gepard to give us shields, but with only one person capable of doing guard damage to Svarog, her name, I won't try to pronounce it again, I was too stubborn to switch out my team. All was going fine until Svarog started summoning this robot hand thing that grabbed Gepard and imprisoned him not once but twice. I was sweating like crazy. I honestly thought I might lose Gepard right then and there. Luckily the hand thing was weak to one of my character's elements, so it wasn't too bad. This boss fight was a small difficulty curve, but what followed after this, especially with Equilibrium 1, was something I couldn't have imagined. But in the end, we defeated Svarog without losing anyone. Had I lost Gepard, Welt, or Natasha, I don't think my new rule for the next video, being limited to only 10 characters of my choice, would have gone so well for me. After defeating Svarog, a voice echoed in my head, taunting me, calling me a bitch and telling me my challenge was too easy. Being the masochist I am, I accepted the challenge and we took down 2 more bosses. And with that our equilibrium was raised to 1. This meant I could ascend my characters and boost their levels to 40. But it also meant the enemies would be stronger and at a higher level as well. Even so, I was still craving for more. Harder fights, more near-death experiences for my characters, but to my disappointment, the equilibrium didn't quite deliver on that front. After that, I took my sweet time ascending all my characters to level 40, upgrading their talents, relics and light cones. I was also farming a bunch of lores in Memory of Chaos for Stellar Jade. Once I had enough for a 10 pull on the banner with Fei Zhao, I thought, why not, might get lucky. And guess what, I actually pulled her. I wish my mic was on so you could hear me screaming and getting excited, but just the fact that she stayed on screen for so long after the pull should be enough to tell you I wasn't sitting on my chair anymore. I was pacing around my room, making sure I wasn't dreaming and that I really pulled her. And with that, I figured this was a good stopping point for the first part of this challenge. I've pulled a solid roster of characters, enough to lock in my 10 picks for the future challenge videos. Once I choose them, that's it. No switching, no replacements. If I lose one, I am down to 9, and I'll keep going until they are all gone. Let's see how far I can make it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, I'd really appreciate a like, a comment, or even a subscribe. It helps keep me motivated to keep going, and hopefully OBS doesn't screw with me this week, so I can actually get the next video out on time. As I've mentioned before, I try to upload once a week, but recording 10 to 15 hours of gameplay, then editing it down takes a lot of work. So if I'm a little late sometimes, sorry about that. And with all that out of the way, I'll say bye bye everyone. Thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.